News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Nathan Hager.
And I'm Karen Moskow.
Karen, we begin with major developments at the Federal Reserve ahead of tomorrow's expected rate cut. First, President Donald Trump's bid to fire Fed Governor Lisa Cook has been blocked. Let's get the very latest with Bloomberg's John Tucker.
An appeals court, by a vote of 2-1, has blocked the White House from removing Cook from her post for now. The divided court in Washington affirmed that Cook can continue working while her lawsuit challenging Trump's move to dismiss her proceeds. The court held that the district judge was correct to find that President Trump likely violated Cook's due process rights by attempt to fire her via social media post. While the decision means Cook will likely attend the Fed meeting, President Trump could still ask the Supreme Court to step in. Cook sued Trump last month after the president moved to oust her over allegations of mortgage fraud, which she denies. The lawsuit has emerged as a major flashpoint in the growing clash between the White House and the Fed, which has resisted Trump's demands to lower interest rates. I'm John Tucker, Bloomberg Radio.
All right, John, thank you. Well, as Cook fights to stay in her position, President Trump's economic advisor, Stephen Miran, is on his way to joining the Federal Reserve Board. The Senate confirmed him to the post in a vote last night. And we get more with Bloomberg Fed reporter Chris Condon.
He could be re-nominated and confirmed to a new 14-year term that would begin on February 1 of 2026. That's option one. Option number two is President Trump decides he's just there for a temporary period and he chooses someone else. Option number three is that Trump does nothing. And in that case, Stephen Miran is fully entitled to stay on as a Fed governor so long as no one else is confirmed into that seat. So he could be there on quite an indefinite basis, let's say.
And Bloomberg's Chris Condon says Miran will fill a seat recently vacated by former Fed Governor Adriana Kugler.
And Karen, these latest developments come with stocks sitting at record highs. And ahead of today's Fed meeting, we get another key reading on the American consumer. Retail sales for August. They're forecast to show a 0.2% increase. And we get more from Bloomberg's Michael McKee.
Americans' confidence in the overall economy has dropped recently. The question is, will that have any effect on their spending? We'll get the latest read on that today, and economists expect the retail sales report to show we kept spending, but at a slower pace. August is back-to-school month, and that likely kept sales from dropping too much. The weakness last month is seen largely as a pullback in car buying. As expected, sales, or even weaker, will help Fed officials make the case for a rate cut at their meeting on Wednesday. Michael McKee, Bloomberg Radio.
Well, Karen, President Trump is focused on another major media organization. He has filed a $15 billion defamation and libel lawsuit against the New York Times. We get that story from Bloomberg's Gina Cervetti.
President Trump is accusing the paper of serving as a, quote, mouthpiece for the Democrats. The lawsuit criticizes the Times' endorsement of former presidential candidate Kamala Harris and cites the paper's news and opinion articles. The case adds to Trump's running battles with the press since returning to the presidency. In July, he sued Dow Jones, News Corp, and Rupert Murdoch for libel, seeking $10 billion in damages after the Wall Street Journal published a story alleging that Trump once sent a suggestive birthday letter to Jeffrey Epstein. Trump reached a settlement with Paramount Global in July over a lawsuit tied to CBS News Network's 60 Minutes interview with then Vice President Harris. In December, ABC agreed to give $15 million to Trump's future presidential foundation or museum to resolve a separate defamation claim. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
And that's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Karen Moskow.
I'm Nathan Hager, and this is Bloomberg.